How to tackle talent acquisition challenges in construction industry with KanBo. The depletion of skilled labor in the construction industry is one of the most troubling developments. Construction is a fulfilling and feasible career choice for young people, but they don't seem to be pursuing it. We have the potential to divert resources that would otherwise be wasted towards training individuals in trades instead of sending them to college. Additionally, there is a distinct absence of diversity within the sector, which restricts the entry of new people and ideas. Leaders in the construction sector must work together to implement substantial change in order to broaden and diversify the sector's skill base. Businesses can anticipate a competitive labor market in the coming years as construction demands rise and the availability of competent construction workers declines. In a time when new construction opportunities exist and an aging workforce has to be substituted, it may be tough to find and recruit skilled applicants. Thankfully, there are a number of ways you may improve your company's ability to recruit and retain talented employees. One of the most effective ways to streamline your talent acquisition process is through the deployment of work and project management platforms such as KanBo. It features all the building blocks construction organizations need to build, optimize, and refine talent hunting across different departments. Talent acquisition challenges faced by the construction sector. In order to achieve both operational performance and organizational success, a construction company's talent acquisition process must be well organized. Different types of information and data spread across several teams and departments make it difficult for firms to maintain a streamlined workflow and keep track of everything. Lack of communication and cooperation inside the company is a major hindrance to streamlining the talent acquisition and onboarding process when there is no suitable management infrastructure in place. As a result of the requirement for rapid and cutting-edge innovation in corporate operations, there have been a number of issues that have been difficult to recognize and solve. That's why construction businesses require talent acquisition management that is comprehensive and flexible. Some of the key challenges faced by the industry include the following: attracting new talent. Because of the low unemployment rate, company owners in a variety of sectors, including construction, are vying for the attention of top-tier workers. The problem is compounded by the belief that all construction jobs are financially unrewarding, physically demanding, and risky. It is difficult for construction businesses to hire workers who fulfill their standards since various projects need different talents. Increasing numbers of baby boomers are retiring, and the construction sector is feeling the consequences. Construction has a stigma for being a less than glamorous sector, so recruiting the right people may be challenging. To put it another way, many young people do not realize how lucrative and rewarding working as a contractor can be. Many people are surprised to learn that professional field workers may expect to make well over $50 per hour, making this a lucrative as well as gratifying profession. Despite the fact that these issues really aren't new, the epidemic has resulted in the retirement of more seasoned professionals. Many businesses are thwarted by a common industry attitude that says firms should only recruit people with domain expertise or who have construction management degrees, despite the fact that this behavior hinders the opportunities to find new talent. Absence of well-coordinated training programs. To make matters worse, there is no comprehensive program that brings together construction business owners and workers with trade schools to teach new hires the skills they need to be successful in the industry. Apart from that, about a few decades ago, almost half of the construction employees belonged to a labor union. Now they make up fewer than 15% of the industry. In construction, there are no training programs for those who have never worked in the field. On the other hand, union construction used to offer training programs for people who have never worked in the sector. Construction businesses desire effectively trained workers, but they also want to be financially conservative by utilizing freelance craftsmen who are not obligated to pay for internships, which creates a symbiotic conflict. Over time, the absence of organization and financing in construction has worsened the scarcity of skilled personnel. Evolving labor regulations, safety and compensation. Companies are also required to take healthcare regulations into consideration along with other labor laws, in addition to local requirements that may evolve periodically and lead to penalties in case of a violation. Having an understanding of healthcare regulations is critical for leaders in the construction sector that may confront high turnover, temporary workers, and laborers without insurance. No one can avoid the obvious hazards of construction work, and organizations can potentially incur enormous expenses as a result. Keeping your workers safe and injury-free may be very expensive, as can worker turnover, medical bills, rising workers' compensation insurance rates, productivity loss, and litigation settlements. It is quite obvious that all construction businesses must have strict safety policies in place and adhere to them. Compliance may be financially burdensome, but penalties for infractions can potentially be much more exorbitant. It's also a challenge to maintain payroll for your construction company, since overtime and minimum wage regulations alter over time as well. The reputation problem. Construction has had an image issue for a long time, which has resulted in a lack of qualified workers. Companies typically have difficulty finding qualified workers because of the shrinking talent pool. Because of a long-standing focus on college degrees, fewer young people are considering careers in the trades. It's very typical for younger generations to choose new economy occupations, which provide a more diverse work environment over those in construction. This means that millennials as well as Generation Z individuals are no longer as interested in the construction sector as their predecessors were. This is an issue that needs to be taken seriously by the industry leaders to improve their reputation and build long-term and sustainable credibility. Construction companies should define sustainability objectives. If construction companies want to achieve their climate targets, they must invest in research and development on sustainable production and consumption practices. For the construction sector to be successful in attracting youngsters to the profession, it must make climate and environmental issues a priority. This is especially true given the fact that climate and environmental issues happen to be some of their top concerns. Even if current technology and economic models are capable of reducing carbon emissions, new strategies are necessary to attain climate neutrality in the future. A focus on innovation in every area, including talent acquisition, is required to address environmental sustainability. As new technologies develop, there is an increased need for digital solutions that are of higher quality, more helpful, and more attractive in their design. Goals for Sustainable Development, SDGs, established by the United Nations. A new goal, Goal 9, has been proposed by the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, and it is directly associated with the building sector. It encourages global firms to invest in and build resilient infrastructure, while also promoting an industrialization and economic development process that is long-term and widely accessible to everyone. Additionally, the goal of fostering an environment of creativity that is supported by active research and development compels organizations to take on this task. The following are the sustainability objectives that construction companies should strive for. Infrastructure creation and implementation that is environmentally friendly and accredited, as well as the execution of PPP principles. Apart from that, the growth of the telecommunications system, the building of new transportation infrastructure, industrial engagement, and activities should be pursued. Apart from the growth of real estate in the healthcare industry, this also includes the promotion of workplace health and safety, in addition to the provision of health services and participation in sports activities for workers. In order to assist the communities in which construction businesses operate, corporate sponsorship and citizenship should be implemented. All workers should have access to a wide range of continuing education opportunities, which should include the establishment and monitoring of institutes of higher learning. There should also be support for intellectual endeavors, connection with academic institutions, participation in corporate social responsibility and sponsorship programs that benefit the next generation of talent, and participation in other activities. It is important to ensure that the development of water supply, as well as wastewater treatment and disposal systems, is coordinated with the installation of flood protection and treatment facilities. Throughout the building process, enterprises should take precautions to reduce their influence on the environment to the greatest extent possible. Building and infrastructure projects that are environmentally friendly should be combined with the development of energy infrastructure. Alternative energy projects should be developed and operated by companies in the construction sector, as well as by companies in other industries. Enhancing talent acquisition in construction industry. Skills shortages and a rise in construction activity are both driving up the demand for construction workers. It's imperative that construction businesses take the time to enhance their talent acquisition since this labor shortage shows no indications of abating. With today's restricted prospect marketplace, construction businesses who are positioned to answer it and take the required steps to guarantee that they are competitive in the industry will emerge victorious and obtain the best workforce. Embrace digital technology to attract young talent. There's little doubt that construction will be affected by the persistent adoption of contemporary technology. The industry's long-term viability will be ensured if it attracts new generations today, and this transformation will be made simpler. As time passes on, the boomer generation that presently provides the industry's foundation will depart, creating a gap in the workforce. In order to make the shift to a digital enterprise a success, this role will need to be staffed by more tech-oriented, younger employees. A firm that uses cutting-edge innovation will become more appealing to a younger crowd that is currently seeking a profession that provides these prospects. The conventional perception of the construction industry may be questioned and rendered more attractive by integrating and showcasing the usage of technologies such as robots, drones, artificial intelligence, and augmented and virtual reality may all be used to entice new workers. If a business merely waits and expects that more highly intelligent people are going to come to it, this strategy is unlikely to be particularly effective. Marketing campaigns are an excellent way to promote awareness about your company's use of digital technology and to solve the issue of a lack of young prospects. Develop a comprehensive talent acquisition strategy. Your construction company's acquisition approach must take into account a wide range of elements. In the construction industry, a recruitment strategy should entail assessing requirements, anticipating skills shortages, and making modifications to your present workforce in order to fulfill your company's objectives. Create an evidence-based persona or avatar. Information, analysis, and other relevant data are used to develop the applicant profile for a given post in acquisition. With the help of this avatar, it's possible to fine-tune your job role by incorporating the qualities you're searching for in an applicant. Create an in-depth job profile. Job roles that are duplicated from an internet source are a common blunder for construction companies. With generic descriptions, you'll attract people that aren't a good match, and you need to be more targeted in your approach to hiring. If you believe this work will be difficult or need special skills, write everything down. Categorize, prioritize, and describe the job role in a detailed manner. Tell prospective employees about the specific problems you face, and ask them if they're ready to take on the challenge. Initiate a referral scheme. Employers in the construction industry should foster a culture of talent acquisition by using current workers as brand advocates. This might involve putting in place a referrals program that rewards workers for recommending potential new recruits. If you're searching for a new worker, your present workers understand what kind of person your company is searching for. Hiring expenses are reduced, churn is reduced, strategic planning is improved, and the hiring process becomes more efficient. Explain the company's perks and rewards in detail. In terms of promoting an interesting culture that grabs attention, the construction sector is trailing behind. For the younger demographic, company culture is crucial since they are looking for dynamic, innovative, and progressive workplaces. Youth wants advantages like flexible work hours, customizable benefits, and paid time off, PTO, so employers should emphasize these features. In addition to the compensation package, many companies are using signing bonuses as a way to entice new employees. Leverage enhanced social media presence. The construction industry will be dominated by millennials by 2025, and it's probably about time Generation Z started entering the construction sector as well. They have been brought up in the digital age and use social networks in many aspects of their life, including job seeking. In hiring and recruiting employees from Generation Z and millennials, construction companies must include social media in their hiring processes. Social media profiles on a multitude of networks such as LinkedIn and Instagram should be created along with videos and blog posts promoting a healthy work atmosphere to successfully grow their social recruitment campaign. Businesses may use worker accomplishments, an inside peek at the business's day-to-day operations, and a glimpse at the perks of working there to develop social content aimed at recruitment and socializing. Improve diversity and inclusion. A majority of construction workers are males, and to date, it is still the case. As a result, existing construction businesses will need to put in time, money, and effort to help broaden this field. Women and minorities must be allowed a platform in the construction industry, which has formed a habit of frequently hiring from traditionally male-dominated engineering institutions and colleges. Workers who represent diverse cultures and backgrounds are more likely to be involved, creative, and successful. To enhance equality and diversity within the workplace, construction companies can conduct focus group discussions, forge relationships with minority facilitation services, and be dedicated to discovering talented individuals by searching in new areas and having interactions about racism. Leaders in the construction sector should work together to ensure that the industry becomes more diverse and inclusive. Build a safety-focused work environment. Working in the construction industry comes with a high level of risk, and occupational accidents may be very expensive for companies. This includes medical bills, rising workers' compensation insurance premiums, time off from work while an affected person recuperates, the cost of hiring and training replacement staff, and the likelihood of litigation arising from the occurrence. As a result, safety must be a top priority at every worksite. All construction businesses should have robust safety systems installed, including quarterly training for staff and defined processes to adopt in the case of injury. It is the responsibility of the construction management team to ensure that safety instructions are grasped by all employees, including those who do not understand English as their first language. Construction companies can save a lot of money on workers' compensation insurance and prevent the negative consequences of workplace accidents by enlisting the expertise of safety and risk management specialists. Enhanced talent acquisition practices with KanBo. Every construction organization wants a digital platform that can handle all of its operations and responsibilities from a central location. The flexibility and adaptability of KanBo's work and business process management platform might be beneficial to any construction business. When it comes to cross-departmental collaboration and the production of new ideas and discoveries, construction contractors no longer need to create organizational silos which restrict information. Even if a firm has a hierarchical organizational structure, KanBo has the ability to accommodate it all. KanBo is the digital headquarters for C-level executives. Employees may easily access important information like as objectives and projects, job assignments and capabilities, and internal communications using KanBo. If desired, senior management might establish a virtual base of operations on an agile work management platform. Executives in the construction industry will now have easy access to data and analytics that are presented in a highly visual format. An organization's innovation strategy may benefit from a faster and more accurate decision-making process. A low-code platform for citizen programmers is available from KanBo. Faster application delivery and less manual coding are the only two advantages of a low-code strategy stated here. The ability to design and create mobile apps for non-programmers such as project managers or business analysts has been made available. Non-technical employees may be able to have a stronger effect on the company by reducing IT backlogs and removing shadow technologies. It is for this reason that the operating system is now more efficient. As a result, cutting-edge new technologies are being developed. An excellent option for those who do not use code. As a result, both developers and non-developers alike may design application software without the need for traditional computer programming. People at the top of an organization may be unable to accomplish their jobs effectively if they don't know how to code. Rapid application development is the primary benefit of using a platform like KanBo or another no-code solution. Increasingly, businesses are relying on these platforms for support as the number of mobile workers grows and software expertise becomes scarce. Information workers may use KanBo as a project and workflow management tool. For example, processes are long-term activities that are necessary to reach a certain goal. For workers, KanBo's platform provides the necessary tools for successful project management. Using the software's building blocks, several teams and departments may easily communicate with each other. Final word. There is a lot of time and work involved in handling talent acquisition management. As a consequence of their inability to keep up with the procedures, human resource managers are forced to conduct unsatisfactory and even counterproductive hiring practices. To overcome these challenges, any business can benefit from KanBo's flexible and feature-rich platform by using it to handle all openings within the company. Construction organizations may use KanBo's talent acquisition suite to streamline all of their employee-related operations while also achieving organizational and business goals via the use of HR analytics, defining HR KPIs and streamlining HR procedures throughout the enterprise. Team managers may track the progress of their team's applicants through a specific list for each stage of the recruiting process. When it comes to talent acquisition management, lists and cards make it simpler for HR managers to follow the process.